the added. Well, I don't even know if it would work because it's psychic damage. So
no, that wouldn't work.
I have a way to tell this. Somebody say something to me, either a lie or the truth. Because I have a ring of truth telling. So somebody lie to me, and I will try to see if you're telling a lie or the truth.
Your mother loves you very much.
What?
Your mother loves you very much.
My mother? Well, that's possible. Let's see. So that gives me... So that's a 25. So is that a lie or the truth?
From what Darius knows, he's telling the truth.
Okay, so can I tell that?
I mean, you can definitely tell that. I mean, as far as what he's telling you is, he thinks it's true. So
that's still very weird.
I mean,
our magical items are working.
If that was his intent, was to say that and be honest about it, sure. You would think that he's being honest about it.
Just gonna say Shelly and see if Shelly floats in front of me. That's much easier way.
Yeah,
I'm like, look, guys, Shelly works, and I'll spin her, and she'll just float around. Oh, yeah, you don't have to ask each other weird questions. She works.
What the fuck is that?
I'll slam the butt end of the tooth separator on the ground, and I'll say Charlotte, and then Charlotte sparks up in a bunch of lightning, crackling energy. Yeah, my shit works, and he'll put Charlotte away and grab Shelly. Let's go.
You said like two different names, but you're talking about your weapons.
Yeah, they have names.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna go
pitch it. You're one of those warriors. I see.
Yeah.
So magical items work. Spells that are connected to
deities
are okay.
Who took the 2 scrolls?
I did.
Wait, what 2 scrolls?
Make a history check for me, please.
What 2 scrolls?
I got 2 scrolls. One is for when we arrive in Bryn Shander, and the other contains a contact for when we get into town. They're message scrolls.
Was Verathok able to transcribe his plain scribe scroll, or did you just saving that for when you can use it?
I'm saving it until I can actually use it.
Yeah, might as well. Save yourself all that money, I guess.
Yeah.
Chris, I got a nat 20 on history, total 26.
So you would remember that Nimish told you that the first scroll was for you. The first scroll he gave you was to open when you reached Bryn Shander, and that the other had contact information and had information you would everything you needed to know.
Okay.
But you didn't open them. But you just remember that.
Right, I was gonna wait until we got to Bryn Shander to crack them open. Like.
Okay.
Alright, fine. I'll open the contact scroll.
Opening it up, it says, "Dear companions, by now, Mistra would have been the last of us to be sent to the world. Magic has become chaotic, dangerous, and should only be used in the most desperate of situations. Find, what are the fucking names? 1 second.
This is just payback because we screwed up his puzzles to the tiny hut.
No, not at all. No.
This is retaliation, plain and simple.
Hour of the hut.
No, it's not. Not even a little bit. It was actually all.
If that were the case, then it would only affect you
from the very beginning.
No, if that were the case, it would only affect transmutation spells, I think.
This is petty and vindictive, and I know it when I see it.
Because I was using messages. I guess it's just a cantrip, and then I tried to use the other one. I don't think I could.
Okay. Who were we trying to reach out to?
So, inside it says, "Dear companions, by now, Mystra would have been the last of us to be banished. The world, or magic, is a chaotic and random thing, very dangerous, and it only be used in the most desperate of times. Seek out Iskur and Hashara Rodin. You should
Hashra
find them
Rodin?
along the road to Brinchander. They may be able to help. This alliance is fragile at best.
Mm.
The what is
Time
fragile?
of the essence.
So who's the people we have to find? Ishka.
Iskar and Hashara Rodin.
I'll share that information with the rest of the group.
Stay safe, travel well. May the wind be at your back, and Godspeed."
Yeah. Get it, guys? Godspeed. Because they're rolling down.
Yeah, he
Uh,
fast. When he ran away from us, it was really fast. So
Alright. So we got the hut. Let's take a night.
Yep, I'll take first watch. I don't need less than 4 hours, I guess. Like, 'cause I ate my date, plus I only need 4, so whatever. Two
I
and a
know.
half, whatever it is.
I napped while you guys were dealing with the tree. So I can also take, because I've got dark vision too. So split it that way.
Veritha, you want to take watch with Ray?
Sure.
Good. Trusting you.
All right, so who's taking watches?
I'm on 1.
I'm on 1.
All right, so we're going to go first watch.
Zod.
Zod, are you doing it by yourself, or is someone buddying up? Or are you guys buddying up?
He'll do it by himself. He doesn't care, but whatever. There's a few of us. We only need. I think I'm the only one that ate the date, so whatever. It's all good. I'm chilling up. I can talk to the horses.
Wasn't Ray on first as well?
Yeah. Why? Well, I'm on whatever you want me on.
All
Whatever.
right, so Zod and Ray on the first.
Yep.
Who's taking second watch?
I'll go second.
That's right. And Morgan. All right, third watch.
I'll take third, I guess.
Twig says he'll take fourth by himself.
I'll take fourth as well.
He looks at you and you can. He says, "I hope you don't expect to do any talking."
Wouldn't dream of it.
Such a cranky tabaxi.
I don't like the roleplay people. All right, so I guess Verithax all by himself on the third watch. All right, so first watch. Go ahead and make perception checks for me. Are you just jumping right into nap time? Is that what we're doing, guys? Everybody, people going to sleep, except for those who are on watch. What are you guys doing? Before we get into the
Chilling.
watches.
We're gonna roll perception, and then we'll see where we go.
Yep. So first watch will be Zod and Ray. Go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Yeah, 18 for Zod.
4. So Ray, you wouldn't hear anything, but Zod, you can definitely hear large thudding footsteps off in the darkness, moving past, not necessarily moving towards you, but off in the distance.
No
All right,
vibe.
well, I'll tell Ray. I'll
And
say,
you have,
here,
you guys have 10 minutes to go ahead and if there's anything your characters want to discuss or talk about, you have 10 minutes for BS.
all right, I'll say, hey, there's something walking away from camp over there, but it looks like it's big, but it's leaving, so no worries. You guys seem like you had a pretty hostile day, a little high tensions.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, guys.
basically, Maud there killed my entire village and family, and I was the only survivor, and I'm a little upset about that. I've been trying to find her, and haven't. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's been a very interesting time for us those last few weeks, 2 months. Who knows how long time's actually passed. We lost a few years in a little bit of forced slumber, and now we're getting back to if you can call it normality, but we'll see.
Is it normal?
Yeah, exactly. What is it? Who knows? But no. Yeah, now magic's not working. It just seems one clusterfuck of another. It's
Yeah.
raining deities everywhere.
Yeah, we were right there and got almost killed by a rock slide when Nimitz showed up. But we were traveling already and had been attacked by orcs. They had the symbol of God. What was the name again? It's one of the up there gods. It starts with an M. Can't remember. But they had tattoos of it, and I knew what it was, but I didn't really tell Ahmed because I didn't think I should know who it really was.
So how did you end up getting a squire when you're not a knight?
Well, so I just want to ask Chris real quick. So what was the name of the god that those orcs were tied to by tattoo? Started with an M.
I don't have my notes in front of me on that.
But it was someone terrified of, and we'll pretend that I told the name, but so now him and I are the only people who know who exactly the orcs that attacked us right before Nimitz the ground beside us. And he's not my squire. Honestly, he's a knight. We both took part in a large-scale war against mind flayers, and we were the two heroic ones. And I was given an egg, which is Sparkles over here, who's snoring, and the king, because it's one of the king's daughters, wanted to make sure it stayed safe. Well, I took it out to see the world and to learn while it grows. I was given Ahmed for protection, but he doesn't listen to me because he's not technically mine. He's technically the dragon's knight, but by extension, that's why, he's a little underneath me, let's say. But he's always giving me the, I don't do.
They're right there, under there.
No.
Mind flayers. I've read of them. I've never encountered them. That's some pretty heavy stuff. He's like, I look a little complex. He's like, yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with them, and I come well protected. And he'll tap a ring on his finger, and he'll say, yeah, no, don't want to be messing with those.
Yeah, so I was in the city to learn more about magic and dragons, and Almond was serving there, and there was a giant mind flayer nest. Like, so there's baby mind flayer. So we were two that turned the tide of the battle. Quite an experience. Mind flayer, like larvae, almost like maggots. They're so gross. So you have to steal someone's brain to something. I don't know. Ahmed knows way more. So.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm not a. We ran to a mod a couple times, and she's, been aloof and not helpful and secretive. I don't trust her, but like I said, she is kin to one of her friends. So
I don't know what to do with that, because your entire city was burned down and everyone you loved died and you're the only survivor. Would you not seek revenge on that person?
Yeah, well, revenge is something I know well about. Flip over his glaive and there's literally hash marks of people who he's checked off and he's added to that glaive in the back. So he's like, yeah, no, I understand revenge. It's all about timing and execution.
Well, I feel like being around you people, I'll be seeing them again. Just, you guys don't seem to be very much like we came with Maud and we're subservient to Maud, so that's why I'm kind of taking away from reacting. Make peace.
Yeah, we don't even know our roles in this fully yet. We've been thrown from one continent to another, from one time place to another. We just had a maze of purgatory that we lost one of our kin getting through it. So it's things are a little edgy for all of us.
Usually I'm useful, but right now apparently I'm not.
It's all right. Long road, 8 days of travel.
It's been a different week than we normally have.
First of all, for sure. No, nothing more. Like I said, Zod will just kind of make small talk, kind of keep an eye on her interactions, and just watch the surrounding.
All right, and it comes to the end of your watch. You see you guys walk over and nudge Ahmed and Moore awake.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll tell them that it was a quiet watch, and that I'll tell Ahmed I said your friend's pretty interesting.
That she is.
It's yeah, very fiery. Might get us in trouble one day. I'll go off to bed.
Oh.
All right. So,
Night.
Oh, what?
Just saying good night to Almond.
Good night.
Yes. Or good morning, rather.
All right. So, Ahmed and Morgan, just go ahead and make perception checks for me, please. So we'll start this off this way.
21.
Hey, natural 20.
Nice.
Wow. Both of you clearly hear off to the north heavy footsteps moving west. Groups of them, not just one or two groups. You can hear tree branches snapping as they're making no attempt to silence or conceal them, their movements, or whatever it is. It doesn't seem to be concealed. Making their way west. You don't see any. You don't see anything, but you can clearly tell that they're moving past you and don't seem to be stopping for anything. And you two now have 10 minutes to bullshit.
All right. I'm gonna take note of the heavy footsteps and look at more. So, what's your story?
What do you mean? My story?
Where do you come from?
Far from here. A place by the Starless Sea. Agrelon.
Okay.
Have you ever been?
No. I'm just usually around inland. I don't get out to the ocean.
It's oh, sorry, correction. It's not. It's the Sea of Fallen Stars. It's not really the ocean. It's a sea, but I get your point. But no, it's south of here. South east, I suppose.
Right.
And yourself?
So I am. I'll get up and mockingly pose. I am a knight of Solaris. The king has sent me here to take care of the crazy one sleeping and that amethyst dragon over there. So that's my story.
Where is Solaris?
And hold on one second, guys. Say something.
Hello, hello, hello.
Where?
Why can't I hear anybody?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
I can't hear any.
This was okay. I don't. Yeah.
Now you're muted.
Yeah. Now we can't hear you.
Oh. How about now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hillary, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you repeat what you said? I'm sorry.
I just asked, how about you?
Oh, okay. In relation to what was the last thing you heard me say?
That you're a knight of Solaris.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking care of these two. Not by choice, but whatever.
Seems like a thankless task.
If you talk to Ray, yes, it is very thankless. But she's helped me out of several binds, so I can't be too mad.
How thrilling for you. So where's Solaris?
It's more inland, kind of a little bit in the center. We're more of a province than a kingdom. We're growing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what brings you so far away from there, besides protecting the other two?
Her crazy journey to destroy this red dragon, or your mother-in-law, correct?
Yes, is my relationship with her.
Okay. Well, apparently they know each other, and she's been hunting that red dragon for 10 years. So I am
Well, hopefully
accompanying
that
her.
I hope that does not bring me and her into a situation. We don't find ourselves in a situation where we are on opposite sides.
Hopefully not. I'll try and make sure it doesn't. But once she gets her sight set on something, as you can see, it's really hard to take her off of it. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, enough about her. She's sleeping. So, listen. Your magic. I don't often see people cast spells without spell books. What is that you're doing?
I really don't know. I was just born this way. I don't read books to do magic. I don't have to pray to a god. I just decide I want to do something, or more often I do something even when I decide I don't want to do something, and it just happens.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's been interesting, especially since before this adventure, I was working with as a librarian at a wizarding university, and seeing how hard they had to work to learn a single spell always tickled me a little bit.
Was there any jealousy?
I don't like to do magic. It's not a fun thing for me. So it wasn't something that I would often do, especially in front of the wizards.
Oh, so they just kind of thought you were just someone looking around at most times, right?
Yep, just a regular librarian.
Wow.
No, nobody special.
Well, my people don't really use magic either.
Why that?
Well, there's an idea that our king came up with a while back. That he had a theory that what would happen if paladins and clerics lost their power. If gods disappeared, who would be the protectors of the land? And how would they protect us? So, what he did was use some of his resources and found people that could use their mental abilities in the place of magic. Does this make sense?
So you decided to have a society that pursues education rather than magic.
I guess so. That's the easiest way to put it, sure. And with that, some of us developed abilities to move objects without needing to cast a spell.
And how have your abilities stacked up if you have found yourself facing a magic user?
Quite well, actually. Using psychic abilities is not something that people are used to, so we have that element of surprise. Stacked on top of the ability to ambush someone, they're just completely naked. Not something that I like to brag about, but it just is. I don't really like murdering people.
Solar sounds like a dangerous place.
Yeah, well, used to be a mind flayer camp near us, so.
Goodness.
It was dangerous. It was dangerous. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Well, that is very fascinating, and if you ever have any interest in teaching others that ability, I would be very interested in learning.
Oh yeah, Yeah. As a matter of fact, if you will, I can show you something now. Little small trick.
I would love that. Thank you.
I'm not sure if you'd probably need a couple of years to pick up on this, but it's a little parlor room trick that I've learned. I'm gonna look around. Is there any like loose branches or something?
Yeah, there's plenty of loose branches, loose rocks. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is cast Mage Hand, but I don't need to use vocal or somatic components to cast this. I'm gonna
You're still casting a spell, correct?
Well, it's not a spell. It's psionic. So I'm not casting the spell. It's a telekinetic ability. It's just called Mage Hand.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lift it up and bring the stick to me.
Okay. Then
So
I won't require any sort of check on that.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, you see that stick right over there?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to try and reach for it, but stay here. Just reach for it.
I assume you don't mean with my hand.
With your mind. If you have to try and funnel it through your hand, then do that. It's easier.
Do I need to close my eyes or
Whatever you need to do to cope with it.
I'm suddenly feeling quite silly for thinking wizards are so clumsy, and now I'm the clumsy one.
Well, we all feel awkward about this the first couple of times, but just try, see what happens.
All right, I close my eyes and try to imagine my hand reaching out to grab the branch.
Now, DM, is this something that she can do, kind of like to move the twig? Just shake it.
I'm gonna say make an Arcana check. The DC is going to be ridiculous, but make an Arcana check.
My rolls today have not been conducive to that.
I'll add to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you advantage on it. I'm helping you.
All right.
Oh.
No, you don't get anything.
Does she have her eyes closed? All right. I'm gonna psychically kind of like wiggle the twig, behind her.
If she's got her eyes closed and you're doing it psychically, I mean, it would.
I'm gonna tap her on her shoulder and tell her to
hear
look.
the tree branch sort of in the leaves and dirt and rocks right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap her. Go look.
I look.
Yeah.
All
right, you should
probably shuffled around a little bit.
Huh?
I didn't feel anything.
That's the point. You're not supposed to.
Huh.
What is it?
I think I would like to do an insight check on this to see if I know that he's lying to me.
I'm going to say insight versus deception. Or performance.
I get advantage.
However you want to do that.
This is a great
24?
first date, guys.
Would you get advantage? Oh, yeah, you would get advantage on that, yeah.
Oh, boo. All right. 10.
You can clearly tell he was not being honest there.
I just kind of do this at him. Just
It takes time. This is not something that's going to be done immediately.
hmm.
You know, usually we give you a little nudge just to make you feel better.
Sure. I appreciate your lesson. Maybe somebody else in the group will have better luck trying it.
No, I think you'll be fine. I'll teach you. We'll keep at it. I saw you shoot butterflies out of your hand. I'm pretty sure your kind of magic is a little bit unorderly, chaotic, even.
No, that's a kind way of putting it.
All right. So maybe if over time, if I know you for a while, I can teach you a different way of casting your spells.
Sometime, sure.
All right. Okay.
All right. I do believe that brings us to the end of your 10 minutes, right? Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So, coming on to the third end of your watch, yeah, you can wake up. Both of you can walk over and nudge Verithok, who's taking this watch all by himself.
All right. Verithok, buddy.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Get up, you lazy thought.
I gets up and goes and takes watch.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Dun, 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 dun. Uh, 13. You hear all sorts of noises around you. You can't make really heads or tails of it, where it's coming from, where it's going, but you can definitely hear heavy thudding and breaking tree branches in unconcealed movement all around you in the wood, all around you in the woods, concealed in darkness. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Does it sound like the stuff's coming towards the camp or moving away or surrounding us?
As you're sitting there, you can't seem to make heads. It almost sounds like it's echoing around. You can't seem to. You're like, is it coming from over there? And as you look over there, it almost sounds like it's coming from the left. And as you move over there, it's coming from the right and back in front of you and behind you. You can't make heads or tails of whether it's coming or going, getting louder, or it's just movement all around you. Big movement.
And we're in the woods, right?
Yep. You're in the woods off the road there, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
On the edge of the woods or right there in the woods?
Alright, yeah, I guess I'll just keep an eye out better to see if they... Sounds like they're getting close to camp.
Yeah, and that noise goes on for your entire watch.
Okay. But nothing shows up or comes into camp or anything?
You don't see anything, no.
Alright.
And I would say you have 10 minutes to bullshit, but I'm not going to sit here and listen to you talk to yourself for 10 minutes. That's just going to get real weird.
Oh man, that'd be a fun monologue.
I can only imagine. All right.
Dear diary.
All right. So, end of your watch, it comes to Darius. You wake up Darius and Twig, and Twig looks wholly disinterested.
I'll let them know about all the noises and shit that I was hearing. If they're not still happening.
Twig, hearing that, sort of looks around and says, "Great, one shithole to another. Really? And actually,
Twig's salty.
he gets up and walks out of the hut.
Thanks, Varathok. You go ahead and enjoy your rest.
Yep.
I'll see what I can do about reining that one in.
And
Good
go
luck.
ahead and make a perception check for me, please. Darius, that's your dude's name. That's right. And I'll make a thing here for Twig. I really was not trying to do anything with Twig, but whatever.
Nat 20.
Hold on one second.
Chris,
Yo,
we got Dragonlance tonight?
no.
Okay.
I've got. I'm gonna finish this up, and then I've got a personal matter. I've got to tend to. Gloria just got some very bad news, so. But I'm gonna finish this
Oh.
up since we're almost done anyway, and then I've got to deal with that. So, or not deal with that, but I need to spend some time with her.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Darius and Twig actually rolled it. I actually rolled it. He rolled a 26. As he steps outside, hearing that news, he looks up and looks around and darts off into the tree line and disappears into the darkness. You can see he's hunkered behind a tree. What you see and hear, you can, being told that by Varathok, and just being made aware of it, you can hear the heavy footfalls, the breaking trees. What you see is as that's happening, you can see walking past you, and it seems to have just now gotten on you and around you. Giants. Looks like a whole tribe of giants making their way past you and down the road to the west.
Like a mix of giants or a specific
Yeah,
type of
you
giant?
see different breeds of giants. You see hill giants. You see, God, what are the other fucking giants? You
Storm.
see one walking past you that is bigger than the others and seems to almost be crackling with energy, making their way west. Hill giants, mountain giants, rock giants, making their way. Different breed, all different races and breeds of giants, making their way past you, completely disinterested, as if they don't even notice you. And if they did, you're not even on their radar as they're making their way past. And
Okay.
you see that. Watch that. I mean, so what are you doing at this point? That's what you see.
Well, Twig ran off hiding.
Yeah, Twig's hiding in the trees. You can see him when you're in that 20. You can see him hunkered up against a tree, like trying to keep a low profile.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stand in front of the dome, observe the scene, and
Does this look
Starts to
like
go
a
on for a couple of minutes.
I
It
gotta
doesn't
sort of
seem
get
like
prepared if they get too close. I don't know.
This goes on at like the Macy's Day Parade. It goes on for 20, 25 minutes of these giants. At this point, it's you can't even keep count. It does and there's more as you're looking around. They're walking past. Like I said, they don't look hostile. They're just on the move, and that goes on for I'm going to say 25 minutes. And then you have the rest of your watch, which is uneventful.
That's a shame.
And yeah. The sun is starting to come up. It is the end of your watch. It's about that time. Someone should be, you guys either breaking camp or making something to eat, or it's going to be about that time.
I'll get started cooking something.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you all.
Do you have food? Do you have food? Did you guys purchase food?
Rations.
It's in the
Rations.
cart.
Can
we got
walk,
food.
walk up
Cart.
to everybody, wake them up with a little shoe, and here's a ration, and here's a ration, and here's a ration, and I made breakfast, guys. Here you go. Here's a ration.
We got food. It's in the cart. I'll unpack some stuff and start cooking.
All right. Make a survival check for me. Just for funsies on this one.
20.
So yeah, you're able to successfully get a little fire pit going, and yeah, make a breakfast that as everybody starts to wake up, it sort of smells good. You can describe what you made, but it's smelling good. With a 20, I'm gonna say you make a good smelling hearty meal out of whatever you were making it with.
Just simple, but it's like more of a soupy oatmeal and stuff with some seared bacon on the side. Just keeping it light, keeping it hearty. The oatmeal's got like walnuts, a bit of dried berries in it that we picked up, we stashed away. It's real simple stuff.
Hey, as long as it's cooked meat.
The farmer's classic, yeah. Extra serving for Zod.
Okay.
He's a growing boy. He needs to get big and strong.
Your 20 survival question: did you guys buy feed for the horses?
I didn't.
I think Zod did. Or was it down there?
It's the guy who left.
What? What happened?
Did you guys buy feed for the horses?
I know we, gosh, Ahmed and
So Maud gave us the cart with the horses and said there was everything that we needed on there.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
so you
supposedly.
would notice that
He
you
did
have
include
you would have found. Okay, so yes, you would have found the bag of feed on the cart and realized that you have 6 more days because you now have double the amount of horses. Your grain supply is not enough to get you. With your
Should we
20
feed the
survival
horses?
and making breakfast and all that, you're able to realize that you don't have you have enough grain for the horses to get you halfway there.
We don't need one horse. We can let one horse perish and feed one horse to the other horses.
We started with
just
2
give
horses. You now have 4 horses.
No. We give it a warrior's death and we eat the horse when the time comes.
Could we give one of the horses some rations?
Can they eat squirrels?
Hillary's freaking out.
And she's muted, which makes it even better.
Dang it. I was saying, why don't we check if there's a town or a city or something within?
Where are we is a great question. I'm on her side. Does anyone see any?
I have a map of this entire continent. So I mean, I'm sure we can at least get an idea.
Let's look at the map.
Before we talk about eating the horse, let's just check.
Okay, so let's just try and look for some landmarks that we can figure out on the map and figure out where we are.
Well, I know that we were somewhere south of Neverwinter because Neverwinter was to the north. So
We were southwest of Suzale, but then we headed directly west for about a day.
And we're going to this specific place for a rest. Where is it?
it's called
going
Grim.
We're going
They're
towards
heading
Brynchander. And to fix this magic issue, we should search for the Rodin brothers, who are supposed to be along the way.
Is that marked?
Temple.
Alright.
Alright, I need to look at the Faerun map.
So if we're nice to them, maybe don't fireball their little cottage. They can resupply us or something.
I'd just like to say to everybody, I'm sorry for my attitude yesterday, but that woman, a lot of history there, of murdering everyone I love. But anyways, we can talk about that personally, one-on-one at some point in time. But I was just enraged, and like my eyes saw kind of red, being a tiefling and stuff, and I just went into a rage because I've been searching for 10 years. So I'd like to apologize to everybody for my previous attitude. It was unladylike, and let's just move on from that being a thing.
Don't worry, we do far stupider things than that. Trust me.
I'm a tiefling, so if I get started, I don't really stop. And hard to hold.
Perhaps save it for people who try and hurt us first.
Yeah, but what would you do if that person had killed everybody you loved? Would you not?
Allegedly.
I would ambush them later on.
It's true. Timing's everything.
I wouldn't ride down straight in front, especially when they had a gang of more than 2 people around them.
Oh no, that's really stupid. I know that. It's kind of like when you did really dumb drunk things the night before, and you kind of see it, and you're like, "Oh fuck that! I did that." Like that wasn't smart at all. And
Last time that happened, I got a daughter. So yeah, I understand.
Wow.
oh,
Oh, shit.
oh. Anyways,
No worries.
But thank you for your apology. It should go mainly to Morgan here.
I'm only crazy sometimes.
Well, sorry, what was that?
I'm only crazy part of the time. So, but
Yeah, well, most of you guys are.
So how many hours are you crazy between the 8 hours you're awake?
17.
Nice.
Honestly, it takes me hours to calm down. I'm not like
17.
it's just I've got a temper. Okay, so
No, we can plan the routine. All right, you brush your teeth, you eat some breakfast, you take a walk, you blow stuff up. Yeah, it's
yeah. I don't like when people come at me, so I will blow them with fireballs, but because I'm patient, I can protect people from getting hit by that fire. So.
All right.
Okay, so we know we're somewhere in this general area, and I kind of point at it on the map. Is there a town between us and our goal, Mr. DM?
Yes. There is a small town along the coast
Called what?
called Port Last. Port Last. So I'm going to call it.
So we're by the water?
You're not far from the water. Another day or so's trip.
Have we've talked about this noise that's going on around us, right?
Yeah, I saw the source of what you all mentioned. It's a herd of giant folk.
Oh,
All
cool.
types.
So we really should make our way away. But why are they all moving in the same direction?
You know, it's interesting. When we were on Aber, there were groups of creatures moving in the same way. Fire newts and gnomes.
We had orcs, only 5 of them, so it was just over after I fireballed them.
It would be
I wonder if it's a similar phenomenon.
The giants are different. They aren't creatures. They
they're intelligent
have
beings.
societies, a hierarchy. They're like trusting, tribal, and organized. But to see all different manner of their subspecies congregating together on foot in the same direction, that's worrisome.
So are they running from?
Or what are they heading towards?
Yeah, what are they heading towards, or what are they running from?
They seemed determined, to say the least.
Yeah, I think they're thing as well.
I think they're heading towards somewhere.
Does it make sense they're all going in the same direction?
Strange that they're traveling together. I didn't have a chance to pick one out and have an interview.
Oh, how about we just don't run into them because we don't know if they're family or not family, since their whole species is.
A good plan.
So, back on the road, we stop any regular folk.
As you're saying that, Sparkle sort of jumps up and down and says, "Armies, armies," and
It can
flutters
talk?
up in the air.
Oh, I didn't know it could talk. So it's saying army.
Army.
I'm gonna mess and see what do you mean armies?
Roll a D100.
This is just me.
Armies forming. Armies forming.
Oh god.
Armies forming.
I casted message and 40. So not even go.
No. In fact, I need to roll.
Oh no, guys, I'm sorry. Create pockets of relative safety. Maybe I should stop.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Gonna nuke the whole party with message. How'd you die? Oh, message.
And
A fireball? I can only save 4 of you.
Well, fortunate. Well, I can take it. I'll be
here.
fine.
I need to make a roll.
And how's our wagon? Boy, I'm just curious. Wagon.
Rolling the dice.
Did I just hear that there's a fireball going off?
No.
No. So you can tell that as you're trying to make that spell work, you're just everything just slips off the rails just a little bit, and you can clearly tell the spell goes sideways. And instead of casting a message, your eyes now beam like a light spell. Every time as your eyes are open, you have a light spell coming out of your eyeballs for the next 15 minutes.
Nice.
Are you blind?
I don't know.
You're like a huge flashlight. You like lead the way, Rudolph.
We don't have issues with any blocked anything. I'm just gonna point myself here now, and I guess give up trying to figure out if we could use the card or not. And just kind of curl up. Thanks, guys.
Does anyone have Dispel Magic, by chance?
Nope. That's beyond my means.
So
Heard of
as
it,
you
but
guys
it's not
sit there having
not
this
in my
conversation, yeah, her eyes are beaming like if anybody's ever watched like The Boys or Superman, it's like as she's looking around, it's like headlights. Just
Wait, hold on. Are you inside the dome?
yes.
I don't think light would go through the dome because it's an opaque. It's opaque.
Well, if she's inside the dome, then it would
The
just
dome is Tupac.
it would then
Yeah.
it would not.
It's now a disco.
She's
It's
like
a disco
headlights.
dome.
It's like a car. It's like turning on the brights on a car that are coming out of her eyes. If she's inside the dome, then
But it's not like going outside of the dome. It's just reflecting inside.
yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure she's not like signaling the outside world.
If someone wants to use counterspell for me, please.
I think that only works with when the spell is cast.
Close your eyes.
Oh.
What happens if I counterspell myself?
Don't do that. Don't cast another spell.
You can you? I don't think you can necessarily counterspell yourself.
No.
You
See.
technically probably
No,
are.
no.
But
Let's not cast another spell.
well, if light the spell is concentration, then you're able to drop that concentration.
Yeah, to stop concentrating on
You
your
can,
eyes.
you can cancel your own spell.
Just stop concentrating on your eyes.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying really hard, okay?
All right.
The light keeps going off, like headlights.
Okay.
I'm going to
Here's
take my pirate hat and I'm going to just stick it over her face to cover her entire face.
Now,
Here's a pillow.
Keep your eyes closed, and I'm going to take one of these leather straps from my commoner clothes, and I'm going to wrap it around your eyes, and for 15 minutes, you'll sit right there.
Y'all ever seen the movie The Quiet Place?
No, we're bird boxing her.
Bird Box. There we go. Yeah, there it is.
Stick your face.
That's the one I was looking for.
was I successful in relaxing?
Now that you're facing your bedroom.
Just think of the smell of books, dusty tones. Alright, I'm just gonna calm down.
Saving throw for me, please. Why not?
That was intelligence or?
No, just a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if you're. If you're. Are you trying to keep cool, keep calm? Because I can say if you want to have a panic attack, it'd be a Constitution saving throw.
11.
You're hyperventilating. She's hyperventilating in front of you guys, freaking out. Your eyes are fucking beaming light. Eh?
Can I just try to hit her on the head really hard so she just goes to sleep for a little few minutes?
What the fuck, Morgan?
Wow! Is that okay? Is that where we're gonna descend into?
So that's what we're doing to our friends now? We blind them, then beat them?
I'm just saying it out loud as it's an option.
Not an option.
I don't have anything to actually put her to sleep, so it would have to be a physical thing.
Let's just take her out of the dome and let her breathe for a minute.
No, because she'll let everyone know where we are.
Yeah.
Is it dark?
Yes.
Yes, it's night.
The sun's coming up. It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Darius is out there making food.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's...
Only now, because I'm wrapped around my eyes.
Wander around outside the tent and bump into things.
I'm gonna let her feel on some trees. I'm gonna put her hand on a tree. Hold that for a little bit and just don't move. Feel with your fingers the grooves of the tree.
Mel,
and calm
put it
down.
this way. You're actually touching out to the source of all books in the world. All the knowledge that could possibly be transcribed. It's right there at your fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
And
Breathe in the whole time.
Sparkles lands on your shoulder, just trying to help you relax a little bit. And a few minutes later, I'm going to say somebody would notice if she's had her eyes open underneath the leather that the glow goes away.
I'm gonna realize that my eyes are no longer full of spark beams, and take off stuff off my eyes and be like, okay, so, again, oops, sorry. No more. Can someone just like make a reminder anytime we try to cast spells that we can't cast spells?
I'll say something.
Okay, please.
Don't cast a spell without saying you're going to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay, so I don't want any forgetting that it does crazy stuff for the time being and trying to do anything.
Lame.
It's like you guys picked up space herpes or something.
No, we can't.
Space herpes.
Yo, what are you on?
Use a spell that's a cantrip holding a focus. So I mean,
don't
I'm not,
do any of it.
I think all of Arcana is struggling right now.
yeah,
Hey, you guys need to get ready to go.
we're just kind of.
Just stay away from spells, period.
I can try and fight things, like with my quarterstaff, and
Here.
you know.
Hey, that sounds like a good game plan. Or just stay in the back and let me do the slashing.
Oh, someone should be like hold up back and then have us in the middle.
Well,
Safe one.
I'll hold up the back. It's fine.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I just gotta help my daughter get dressed real quick. Right back.
All right, we've got just a little bit more, and we'll stop for the day. But
all right.
unless you guys want to keep going I can give you guys a little bit more, but I don't have too much more.
No, man, you got your personal stuff happening.
So
Yeah, look.
I think we're good.
We wake up.
I got a little bit more, and we'll finish it off. But
Wake up, have breakfast, get the horses, get on the road.
Is the wagon just, or was the wagon?
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna start riding towards where we're going. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so all of you would have gotten the benefits of a long rest. Since
Ooh.
there was no combat.
Thank
So I
God.
think everybody's fully healed, got all your spell slots.
Yeah.
Not that they do us any good. We just have that many chances to make mistakes.
Glad that I got a fucking scimitar.
Glad that I have armor class of 11.
Nice.
Ooh.
Even when Zod's butt naked, he's at his armor class higher than 11. What the hell did you do?
She went wizard.
I'm a wizard.
You have like some sort of deficit?
No, your natural armor is
9?
10 plus your dexterity. But then mage armor makes it 13. And if you picked up shield, you can add 5 to that. So
Yeah, right.
Or the tattoo.
or the tattoo.
Actually, the tattoo. That was an actual magic item that existed. Anyways,
All right, so the group of you, I'm assuming you're finishing breakfast. Breaking down camp, you get on the road. How are you guys lining up today? What is the moving order?
I think the same as we just had it. I think Chris worked. Just if it's possible that the wagon can still hold the mages in the back, I'll be in the front with someone else doing the wagons, and then Morgan and Ahmed, I think, are still good to ride the single horses, right, guys?
Yeah.
Morgan and Ahmed not PTSD'd a little bit from the falling tree, or like, do they want to ride?
Yeah, no, I'm a warrior. I'm cool. Falling trees hit me all the time.
Yeah. So I think that's the same, Chris, unless the wagon can't hold the weight of 4 people in the back or 3 people in the back.
It's good. I mean, it's a little dinged up. You can tell where it's gotten beaten up a little bit, but it's still good.
I don't think you would change anything.
Are you guys gonna? I mean, it's during the day. I'm assuming you're gonna just make your way down the road.
Yeah. as fast as the horses will let us. If they're still all peppy from their little boost there, well, we're gonna ride those puppies.
All right, so making your way down the road. Are you just make? Okay, so here's my question: are you guys just making your way down the road, or are you guys looking for things? What kind of pace are you guys keeping going down the road?
Keeping an eye out on what on the surroundings as we go.
Can you do like
Ambushed by giants, basically.
But at a regular pace.
Yeah, at a medium pace. Adam Sandler.
All right, so here's how we're going to do this. For every hour traveled, I need all of you to make survival checks.
Ooh.
Or just the ones leading horses?
If you're paying attention, or you're just not. I mean, I'm assuming some of you are trying to transcribe spells and do things like that along your way, right? You guys were you guys still trying to do that? Because that took hours and hours. That's not an hours thing. That's like a days thing, right? For some of those spells.
Yeah, something like that.
The
exact.
I'm good.
Zod 21 to his survival roll.
I got 24.
12. Yay.
All right. So, Ahmed, you would definitely see it. Zod, you would definitely see it. Ray, you would see some of it. You guys can see, walking down the road, you can see where footsteps, not necessarily super imprinted, as in like a dinosaurs in mud or anything, but you can definitely see telltale signs of giants moving in the vicinity. And Ahmed, with a 24, you see that is some of the weirdest dung and shit you've ever seen spattered along the road. It's not giant shit. It's not any sort of creature you've ever seen. Doesn't seem like it's a natural creature. Making its going in the same direction as the giants.
Okay, I'm gonna call out this odd to point it out.
Holy, well, if it shits, we can kill it. Yeah, no, that's bizarre.
Let's keep going. I don't want to take time to examine it further.
Is it like tiny turds, or is it like
these are
big
moose-sized turds?
Alright, I had the big fucking turd. Alright. Well, actually, moose have lots of little turds, but I get the idea.
Yeah, like a big, like a big
pile.
Big pile of
a big donation. Yep. The deposit was grand.
Yes.
Got it.
Shepard, why do you know what moose poop looks like?
I live in Canada.
We're Canadians.
Why are you around moose that frequently?
Because I frequently wander into the wilderness, and there's actual moose and deer poop.
I worked a whole bunch up in the north. Actually, Shep, you worked at an M&R, so the maintenance and the outpost at native reserves, call them reses, up way in the north. And there's a lot of moose up there. Not 90% of Canadians live within 100 kilometers of the U.S. border. So there's not that many up there. It's just moose. So we know what moose like.
But nonetheless, so I'm assuming these are big creatures. They must be leaving a track. Are they sticking close to like the side of the trail, Chris, or are they veering off into the bush? Like these tracks, if I try to follow them.
They're following the what are clearly tracks of large creatures, and from what you were told with giants, that fits. I mean, that definitely tracks. But these these don't look natural. They look say more of a demonic sort of footstep or trail.
Yeah, that's.
Hello,
Be better. Welcome back. Better be very careful going forward, I guess.
We
These
found demon
definitely don't.
poop.
This is not the poop of creatures you want to mess with.
Does the poop have horns?
Yeah.
No, the poop
Quick,
doesn't
someone
have
cast
horns.
message on the poop.
If I rub the poop on me, do I get fire resistance?
No, but you
Do
should make a
is that
con
what you
save.
want to? Do you want? Is that what you want to? You want to try that?
I do, yeah.
Here's
Oh, we were still moving.
Oh yeah, no. If we're
Okay.
still moving, he's not going to bother.
you're not gonna
And
bother.
also,
if
I
you want to
lost-
stop and scoop up some poop and do that, we can definitely go down that road if you want to.
I forgot I lost my bathing tool, so yeah, I gave it back to the fairy's wife. So yeah, I have no more bathing tools. So no, I guess I'll stay clean for a bit.
I mean, you can get dirty. I have prestidigitation.
Yeah, but I had a fast way of really getting clean. Anyway, so well. Anyway, so yeah, we continue on. Leave the demon poop where it is.
All right, and making your way down the road at a
Medium pace.
fairly decent pace. There's you see, you guys see that for the first hour. It's uneventful, other than seeing that kind of trail is and trackage. Going into the second hour, I need all of you to make survival checks again for me, please.
No, so
Or for those that are paying attention as you're going down the road and not
man,
working
my
on
rules
spells and those kinds of things.
That's
rules are
right.
killer today.
5.
20, 30,
7,
By the way,
8.
Chris, for what I'm doing, it'll take me 10 hours total.
All right, so yeah, you'd be occupied through this whole thing. All right, so this round it was what?
20 for Zod.
20 for Zod, 8 for Mel, 7 for Ahmed. Zod, you again see more of this trail going down the road. It's a very wide swath. This goes on for a couple of miles. What you were?
Is this related to the orcs that we saw? Or
I saw no.
who are you at? I'm not.
remember we originally we ran into orcs when we were this direction?
With
'Cause we
your
were right-
survival check, you don't see any trail or trackage of orcs. No.
Okay.
I would imagine that
But the swath, as you guys are making your way down the road, you can see this swath of land that this the trailage is going through. This was not just one or two tribes of giants, or I mean, this was massive. If it wasn't the entire, it almost looks like, for your guesstimation, this almost looks like the entire race of giants is on the move.
And
Just a great migration of buffalo.
they're basically all around us.
No, they've passed. Like,
Yeah, they
coming up on
were.
the trail, but it's a wide swath. It's like when you're crossing a field, you're like, man, how long does this field go on? It's like that with the clear signage of the passing of a.
And we don't
movement
feel the
of
ground trembling at all.
Giants.
Like they must be really far ahead of us then, because the ground's not trembling, like it's a quaking at all or anything.
They passed you in the night. Darius would have seen the last of the parade passing you guys, and it took him 25 minutes just from what he saw, which was, you can't see it. The amount of time you've just traveled over 2 hours, it's a wide swath.
Okay, so we know that there's none that are going to come up behind us. So that's good. I guess we just keep traveling. Do we change direction from slightly or move up or down from wreckage? Or
Stay the course.
so we're just gonna run through the.
Yeah, I think we just keep going. I think there's so many giants that if they veer off course, we'll see it because they're literally going to plow through the bush, through the trail, right, or the forest or jungle.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, we'll hear them.
Exactly.
So we're going in the same direction as them.
Yeah, they're.
But now they're ahead of us.
But we're in a specific place that's ahead of us. Like, do we need out the place? Like, how far out are?
Oh,
we're days away. Yeah, we're days away.
Days away.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like this demon pooping thing is tracking the giant pack, or is traveling with the giant pack?
It's interspersed, almost like they're traveling. The poop looks newer than the tracks of the giants.
Yeah, exactly. So the giants are after, like this thing's behind them.
So the demons are following the giants.
Yeah, I think the demons are stalking the giants.
Makes sense.
So the closer we get to the giant pack, the closer we're even closer to the demon pack.
I'm just in the car. You guys have control of the horses.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna keep going. We'll keep going at a medium pace.
Pick a different route.
Well, no, this is the beaten route. I think we stay here until we have reason to veer off.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll just keep going. Keep an eye out.
After about, I did 2 survival checks, so 2 hours of travel. You come to the road. Comes to a small creek with a small little, it looks like a rickety wooden bridge, and just on the north side of the road is a small house.
Maybe it's not
one heavily armed, looks like a heavily armed soldier sitting on the front stoop.
Ooh, that's interesting. The stream, is it moving quickly? Is it a fast-moving stream?
It's a slow-moving little creek. It's not.
So not deep.
No, it's not deep. It's just enough for a little kid to go down and maybe get his knees wet. I mean, an adult maybe ankle deep. You know what I mean? Just enough to
ford the river. Looks like we're not sure. So do we want to approach the house there? Is that...
Yeah. Does the heavy armed individual look like he's guarding the house, or does he look like he owns the house and he's just sitting out there chilling in his lawn chair?
He's sitting there with an apple and a knife, and he's cutting off a slice of apple as you approach.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Legs crossed in a casual position.
Greetings. Wave to him. Pull up the cart. Put him park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why, hello.
You see a pack of giants?
And, well, first state your business, and who might you be?
Yeah, I'm Zod, and have you by chance seen a pack of giants roll through here? Like a pack, as in, I mean, hundreds?
We heard some thunder and rumbling last night. Wonder if that might have been it.
Possibly. Looks like they were followed by some unholy creatures.
Well,
Is this Ishka and Hakara's place? I don't know.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we were supposed to look for these 2 people on the way. We were told to by Nimish.
Is this the Rodin residence by chance?
Well, that depends on who's asking.
It's sent by Nimish.
How can you prove that?
Scrolls.
Yeah. I'll produce the one of the scrolls and the contact scroll and hand it to Zod since he's closest.
Yeah, I'll open it up and show it to him.
He looks at it and says, well, none of you thought to. And he takes it, and it is during the day, and he puts it up in front of the sun. And you can see more words appear.
Oh,
Oh
on the
no!
scroll with a symbol.
No.
And he rolls it up and he says, "Y'all who you say you are?"
I'll say Darius. God, that was the other one.
No, I think this one might say to kill us.
Maybe.
You.
That's what.
And he turns around and he produces a key.
All right.
And turns the door and opens it. Says, "They're inside."
If this is a door to another maze, I'm gonna come back for you.
Looking inside, you can see two elven figures, one male, one female, both standing at a table, and they seem to be working on something. As they look over, and they can see you, you can see them. I mean, feel free to make your way inside.
All right, and I'll say thanks, and I'll walk inside. Is it just the two people inside? That's it? Just the two elves?
Looking in, you can see a small table that has a couple of chairs, some books on the table, a couple of vials, and scattered around the room on one various shelf, you can see a bunch of knickknacks and vials and mason jars. There's a fireplace in the corner, and these two working in front of a small little table on what looks to be a little clockwork thing, a little puzzle of some sort, as you all enter, and that is where we're going to leave off today.
Okay. So just the two elves and a bunch of junk that they're working on.
Yep.
All right.
And the one bodyguard standing outside.
Yeah.
Very welcoming. Yep.
Amazing.
He did.
Good show, guys.
Zod. He did hand you back the scroll.
Did I get a chance to see what those other words were on by chance when you showed up to the sun?
Looking at it, I mean, it was just a brief glance because he opened it up and he looked at it in the sun, and it was just enough for him, and he rolled it back up. You could tell it was words, and it looked like common, but it was just, you weren't, he had it up there at just a weird angle. You weren't able to read it.
As he, read that way.
So can we just
rolled it up and handed it back to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I just hold it up in a window real quick, and it doesn't say anything that I can...
Nope. It's where we're going to leave off is he's handed it back to Zod. You guys are entering this cabin in the woods. I do believe, let me do this real quick. Did I not move you guys yet? On the map. Let me do that real quick. Before we leave off for the day, where is it? Come on.
Cabin view.
Big cabin.
Look at that bodyguard. Oh yeah, look at that guy.
The body. And I like that it's the cat.
And I'll put the cart and the horses in there at
all right.
Next session or by next Sunday. But yeah, And that is where we're going to leave off. You guys are walking into this cabin on the side of the road in the midst of giant trails, or the footsteps of giants and the entrails of demons. Yeah, in the wake of the gods coming to the earth.
It'd make
Yeah,
it.
man.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And chaos
All right.
magic everywhere. I love it.
Yeah, it's a good thing this is the Chaos Order Chronicles. You know, we have to put things right.
Well, amazing
Way or
time,
another.
guys.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, nice, everybody.
Thanks.
yeah,
Of course.
it was great having you in for the first session. That was actually a lot. That was a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah, great seeing you, Mel.
Okay.